Sorry if this makes a lot of noise. I don't know, am I the only one? I drink my tea with a straw. Is that weird? Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about a subject I think we've all struggled with at least once in our life, and that is being confident. Now, the reason I actually decided to make this video is I do want to maintain a certain level of transparency on this channel. I want to talk about topics that make us feel uncomfortable and let you know that it's alright to feel that way. I think it would have been really easy for me to make this video if I had thousands of subscribers, thousands of views, and thousands of comments, and knowing that people actually liked me and people wanted to see content from me. But doing this now has a different place in my heart for me, and I hope for the people who are watching it. Because whenever you're trying something new, it's that initial sense of uncertainty, that dread of failure that looms with you, that knocks your confidence down. So doing this now, I hope you guys get something out of it, and let's move on to the tips I've prepared for today. Tip number 1 is understanding that confidence is a skill and a belief. We often go through life thinking that confidence is either something you have or you don't have. You're either born with it or you simply don't have it. And yet, as we go through life, with our everyday life, sometimes we find ourselves willing to take the risks we weren't on a different day. If confidence was such a rigid idea, then why would there be this flexibility in your mindset? We don't view it as a skill like maths, reading, writing, science. I've had to work really hard on my maths skills, still have to. But seeing confidence as this single entity is our biggest mistake, rather than appreciating it for the many factors it's made up of. How we view ourselves, how we view the world, how we view other people, and most importantly, our attitudes towards failure and courage. Viewing confidence as a skill gives us the ability to improve. It lets us look at our strengths and weaknesses and focus on what we can work on. Tip number 2 is letting your voice be the loudest in the crowd. We live in a time where, because of social media, everyone's got an opinion about everything and everyone. And although sometimes this can be a really positive thing where we can share our thoughts and ideas, sometimes it's not so fun. Everyone's got these mean things to say because they can say them from behind a computer. And because of all those things, we tend to focus on that negativity. I watched this really, really good interview with Lily Singh, whoever's been there from OG, like Superwoman. I don't think I'm doing this right. And it was called From Depression to Success. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it and go and listen. Obviously after this video, as far as I can remember, I hope I remember this right, is she says your body always has a way of communicating with you, telling you whether it's on the right path or not. When you don't feel like getting up in the morning or doing the tasks you set out for yourself, that is not you being lazy. That doesn't mean you're a useless person. It means that you're not doing something that you're passionate about. Your body is telling you that this is not the path you want to be on. Listen to yourself rather than others. Tip number 3 is learn the value of confidence. Now, Bonnie Ware is a palliative care nurse who released a book in which she said the number 1 regret that patients on their deathbeds had in her experience was not having the courage to live a life that was more true to themselves. Now, I don't know about you, but that scares the hell out of me. In my experience, courage has always come before confidence. Even when I haven't been confident in certain situations, just having that tiny amount of courage for that 0.1 millisecond can literally change your life. Opportunities don't come knocking every single day. You might be surprised, but millions of other people have exactly the same dreams as you, exactly the same aspirations. And once opportunities present themselves, you have to grab them. You have to work hard and you have to hustle everything in your life off to get what you want. People are often scared of failure, but any successful person you meet or read about will first talk about the importance of failure and the lessons they learned from it. From Thomas Edison to J.K. Rowling, it's been said again and again. But then why do we let this fear of failure destroy our confidence so much that we're so scared to even try? Understanding that confidence is that one key that allows you to narrate your life ensures that you never miss out on another opportunity again. Tip number 4 is fake it till you make it. Now, old advice, but in my eyes, gold advice, because it does work to some extent, for me anyway. I realize in some situations where I'm really, really nervous, if I actually just act like I'm excited, I don't think your body can tell the difference between those two things. I think I remember reading it somewhere. If not, then it's just my weird body, but I'm pretty sure that's true. Our actions and feelings are pretty much interconnected. And although it's hard to sometimes directly influence our feelings and the way we are reacting to a situation, our actions are a lot easier to control. Our feelings begin to follow after that, and the previous nervousness sort of disappears, and we realize that the things that we thought were scary, they're not so much anymore. If you show people you're scared, they'll know you're scared. But if you show them you're not, what can they do? Imagination is something that's really, really strong. When we were kids, we used to imagine we were like conquering the world, and that imagination was literally our reality. If you can use that and implement that as an adult, you can literally narrate your life. Now imagine that. Tip number 5 is working on our inner confidence. Now, confidence comes with many layers, and one of them is how we feel about ourselves. It's important to not seek validation from immaterial things or from others. Now, I can't remember who said this, but they said that confidence is not knowing that everyone is going to love you, but it's accepting the fact that they won't. So I just got this book, and it is by Dr. Julie Smith, and it's called Why Has No One Told Me This Before? I haven't finished it, but so far I'm enjoying it. It's got a really good chapter about confidence in here. And in that, she mentions how we need to stop this positive affirmations, because you'll see it on every social media. And, you know, to one extent, I do like positive affirmations, but something I really like that she said is that it's important to accept our negative feelings. Telling someone who goes through low self-esteem, telling them it's okay for them to feel like crap is actually a lot better than telling them when they're feeling like crap, like, no, you're amazing. Because their negative space that they're in, they'll just come up with reasons as to deny that. It's also important to remember that confidence is not something that will just magically appear one day. You start to build it up as you get older. You start appreciating yourself a lot more and realizing all the opportunities you missed out on because you didn't have that tiny bit of courage. Working on your inner confidence is a long process, and it's a continuous process. In moments of doubt, just remember Muhammad Ali telling himself and the world that he's the greatest. And then he was. You can be too. Why do I only pick up my mug when I sit here? Tip number 6 is, believe it or not, no one really cares. Yes, that's right, no one really cares. Now, we go through life thinking that we are the main character in like every single person's story. And that is just simply not true. People spend about 5.5 seconds maybe scrolling past you on Instagram, maybe laughing at you a little bit for posting that picture. Maybe that random person sees you on the street and thinks your outfit looks silly. To be honest, they probably won't even notice. For everyone, they're the main character. Everyone goes around thinking, oh my god, I'm being watched, they're taking the pics out of me. But then if everyone's thinking about everyone taking the mick out of them, then no one's really spending time to take the mick out of anyone, if you catch my vibe. And an important thing, if someone is taking extra time out of their day to be mean to you, to be negative towards you, then newsflash for them, they're actually not even a main character in their own story. They're just a side character in yours. I wouldn't feel ashamed. I would feel sorry for them. Just let that sink in. Tip number 7 is educate yourself. Now, this thing I found really helpful, because if I'm in a situation where I have no idea what's going on or I have no experience with the subject, I'm a little bit on edge, obviously, because other people might know stuff and I don't know stuff, and then it's like, ugh. And if you can't educate yourself on that specific topic, educate yourself about confidence. I mean, there's an abundance of books out there. Another book that I've just bought by Ant Middleton, Mental Fitness, 15 Rules to Strengthen Your Body and Mind. Again, a very good chapter about confidence in this. There's literally one on like master your emotions. Oh, how to win friends and influence people. If you don't have time to read, just like listen on Audible. I'm still using my dad's account. I need my own. Now, tip number 8 is shifting your focus. Now, our brain has this amazing ability to remember our embarrassing moments rather than our achievements. And so it becomes our responsibility to make this an active process. Our thoughts and behaviors literally have a direct impact on how our brain is wired. Like, research has literally shown you can rewire your brain. That is insane. I think that is so cool. You know, your brain is a powerhouse. And don't let people who don't add anything into your life also take something away. Visualize all the positive things that have happened to you and visualize where you want to be. Rewire your brain for success. Read good things, see good things, and feel good things. Oh, that's cute. And that is it. You've reached the end of the video, finally. But I have not reached the end of my tea. This mug is really, really huge. I'll probably have to go warm it up. It's really cold now. Before you leave, I'm going to leave you with a quote of the week, and that is by Ms. Oprah Winfrey herself. And she said that a common denominator for all of us is that we all want to be able to live out the truest, highest expression of ourselves as a human being. Wise words by a wise woman. Now, my challenge to you is to do one thing this week that is outside of your comfort zone. Let's all build that confidence together. So don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what confidence means to you. Give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do release new videos every Saturday, so hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye!